will be changing out the camshaft position sensor bank 1 on a 2003 Nissan Maxima 3.5 liter V6 engine. To diagnose this, I purchased a check engine diagnostic tool, which they're fairly inexpensive. Here, mine shows that it's the P0340 camshaft position sensor circuit bank 1. The bank 1 camshaft position sensor is located towards the firewall of the vehicle or closest toward the driving compartment. Bank 2 is located farther towards the front of the vehicle. Down in this location, you can see it there with the green tab. Once again, the typical code that you'll see is the P0340 for camshaft position sensor bank 1. In some videos, I have seen some people are removing this whole assembly off in order to get to it, but it's unnecessary. You can just remove the engine cover and you can get right to it. It's a little tight, but it's easy to get to with the correct tools. These are the tools that I'll be using to replace the camshaft position sensor. I use a magnetic tray to hold the bolts so I don't lose them. I use a telescoping magnet to retrieve any bolts I may drop. I use a 10mm 1/4-inch socket wrench to remove the position sensor. The 3/16 Allen wrench is used to remove the engine cover. I use the flathead screwdriver for the position sensor connector. I use the flashlight to see better, and then the rag to wipe off the connector. I use oil to apply to the position sensor before it's inserted, and the Nissan genuine OEM part. Step 1 is to remove the engine cover with the 3/16 Allen wrench. As you can see here where that green connector is the sensor and the bolt is right there. It's a little tight, but you can get to it. Step 2 is to remove the bolt with the 10mm 1/4-inch socket wrench. Once you've loosened the bolt slightly, it can be kind of tight, so you may have to take the wrench off and just use the socket and extension to loosen the bolt, or just loosen the bolt with your fingertips. Step 3 is to disconnect the sensor from the green connector. Use the flathead screwdriver to help pry the connector away from the sensor. You'll have to depress a little tab in order to disconnect it. At this point, you'll want to check the connector to see if there's any oil in it. If there's oil, then the gasket has been leaking. You'll want to wipe away any excess oil or dirt that might be on it. Compare the new sensor with the old sensor to verify the parts match. You'll see the new seal is nice and soft and pliable, whereas the old one's probably flattened out and hard. Step 4 is to apply oil to the new sensor and around the grommet. This will help get it ready for being inserted into the camshaft. Step 5 is to insert the new sensor. There is only one way that it can be inserted. Step 6 is to insert the bolt and to tighten it by hand. Otherwise, it could become cross-threaded. I will put a link to cross-threading in the description. You'll want to continue to tighten the bolt by hand as much as you can. using your fingers or taking the socket and using that to help with screwing it in better. Step 7 is to insert the connector back. There's only one way for it to go in, and once you hear a pop, you know that it's locked into place correctly. Step 8. Tighten the bolt with the 10mm 1/4 inch socket wrench. While tightening the bolt, make sure you do not over tighten it, as this could strip the threads. Step 9 is to put the engine cover back on. Step 10 is to insert the engine cover bolts and tighten with the 3/16 Allen wrench.
Now that you've changed out the camshaft position sensor, you'll want to go and reset your engine codes. If you happen to have an OBD2 tool that can clear those out for you, you can do it yourself. Otherwise, you'll have to go to a certified service technician and they can clear those codes out for you. Thank you. So there you have it. That's how you change the camshaft position sensor, bank 1, on a 2003 Nissan Maxima V6 3.5 liter engine.
I'm filming.
Huh?
Filming.
So there you have it. It's changing a camshaft position sensor for bank 1 on a 2003 Nissan Maxima, the 3.5 liter engine V6. Stop it. So there you have it. That's how you change the camshaft position sensor on a V6 3.5 liter Nissan engine. This happens to be for a 2003 Nissan Maxima. That's the Catholic Handy guy for you. Cut. So there you go. That's how you. So there you go. That's how you change a camshaft position sensor on a V6 3.5 liter. So there you have it. That's how you change a camshaft. That's how you change. So there you have it. It's getting on video. All you're laughing. So there you have it. That's how you. Now you know where to get all the bloopers from, right?
Okay.
So there you have it. That's how you change a camshaft position sensor for a 2003 V6 3.5 liter Nissan.
I'm sorry.
So there you have it. That's how you change the camshaft position sensor on a 2003 Nissan Maxima. That's the V6 3.5 liter engine. This is on the back side close to the firewall. This is the sensor. So there you have it. This is how you change a camshaft position sensor on bank 1 on a 2003 Nissan Maxima V6 3.5 liter engine. Thank you, the Catholic Guy.
I'm just gonna stop.